here now, sir.
Nyamiadum. I told you, Anna.
And then I don't know.
Game no.
Game here.
Good fellow.
Game here, I don't know.
I'm only a PSG.
PSG game, I don't know. I didn't never tell me so.
I'm going to be more.
I don't understand. You need to be more, say.
I'm going to be the PSG, Bobo.
Chelsea need any PSG to be more. But say a match on Bible, like two teams in your Bible. So definitely it's on Anna.
Oh, somebody has a mbo. And yeah, definitely.
Say they about Kubi winning.
Which is PSG.
Of course. Which is almost everybody's favorite, no? A PSG. Right.
Including Ukraine.
Oh yeah, on paper, on paper, definitely PSG.
And your paper on qua BBM.
And your paper on Quasim.
So born in another born one catch us a park in his own granny bottom. Bibia can't be. Come in Bibia.
But say and only as my Edium Como I say. Yeah, about how PSG for no a team a better thing for you to deal with.
Yeah.
Say open any facet of play, how you want to deal with them. Paris Saint-Germain team a very difficult to deal with. Which your better analysis no me sure feel no about there. Just stick and stay with us. And then you know kakra nice one for you. And I promise you will love it like always. Maminchia Alkaline. Alkaline wa Pam. A very, very good listener of your show. Pam Central Regional.
Wow.
Yeah, consistently Alkaline listens to us every day. It's Alkaline. Maminchia no pay. Man no pay. So Diego Ashemi Jesse. Diego so on tia say Chelsea we go club cup final na me share normal share taba be
okay.
Analysis into Ashemi. Nice Chelsea jersey.
Enchia Diego.
And okay, Maminchia Diego, champion Diego.
Good fellow. And so on kind.
Okay.
Good fellow.
Good fellow say monitor Accra.
Oh, din.
My good fellow say Vimo Hana.
Message or they send him say. But chamba she PSG. Na Monday no more press me neck.
Hey. Now boys, someone start here a Monday production at Chelsea Sha. Chelsea production.
Kofi. Me say me come baby am ewura chewa. Wo kura be Jones.
Will tell me.
Game way.
Will.
Me match Chelsea in trophy. I'm telling you.
There's a Chelsea Shinsi. A normal team na trophy. We be to know.
Who's it be NC?
Shinsi na how no baby.
Say me yi messages at chewa. I be shock you.
Oh, David. Chelsea for ye pe wase mo.
A man for threaten me life.
Wow,
boys. And me sure say wa na show machina. Omo threaten wo Richardo. I'm say me. Some of us say na mo baba bo me. Debi.
You better go. You to bo.
Omo threaten me no.
You. E camp your mongo bo. You need pepper spray. You say you don't advance the argument to hire. You yes argument.
Enti Manchester for me Samo. I'm sorry.
On Manchester you.
I'm chow.
Omuti na Chelsea for you say.
Munti o. Munti na Chelsea for you say me Samo. On come when I'm mompa any ye.
Na what we
know. Money for a trophy say Kim me biem. Manchester for me Samo.
So we said this video be about production team na Arsenal for omo afre nyame. Afre Chelsea home e was spirit mu na rich.
Omo bojenim.
Oh ja. Omo di jam gidi o. Semaza. Omo ntiase. Na ye ni say Chelsea against the world. Chelsea ni bi anim. Say Chelsea against the world nyame adomachina. But Mr. Chelsea niya I don't know why exercise some restraint kakra. Actually a game of football it's niko baby wherever it will go no. I think that I'll tell you one thing Enzo Maresca say any the best thing that happened to only Chelsea for no since the season started. I think they are sending Gabby to WhatsApp now and all we need to know. Which now once you are starting the video can show. You need transfers in common for you Club World Cup analysis. And now, maybe I catch you say, the Barca offices, there is going to be a big meeting. And in that big meeting, Barca fans were going to be clear and tell Abrantier Freno, Marc-Andre ter Stegen, what their plans are for him and for the season. Which you know, any meeting back up the course, series of meetings. In fact, super agent Pini Zahavi was in there. Now, Pini by Rubedin Komobi in front of Mundo today. Mundo say on this right corner up here, the banner headline, or say Flick Moy Claro con ter Stegen. Flick was clear with ter Stegen.
I'm missing the West.
Debbie. He was clear with ter Stegen. And if you read on Sport Total say they told ter Stegen say he's going to be a substitute. General Omani say onye number 1. Omani say Kobe number 2 or number 3, but he's not going to start. Barca number 1 goalkeeper, Juan Garcia. They were clear with him. Now, Barca offices Honoma. Barca wanted to Honoma. They were trying to go about their day. Apparently, there was a meeting booked with super agent Pini Zahavi. Actually, Pini is the agent of Robert Lewandowski. Pini, I say agent for agent. Agent are other smaller agents look up to him. Even when Mino Reala was alive, I said the godfather of Mino was Pini Zahavi. Proper connection. You see, the agency where can reach about connections. And nipa or TV phones a jack. We will play away. Makani several times say in the transfer market, everything is about marketing. It's these super agents are the best marketers of our talents from any of our players. You need the best representatives for you to argue you out and sell you to the club. Or to club or wait my check club and they be on board any CKS of them out. Or wait my check club no how quality you are and the length of contract they should give you. Even you read this clause, because the agents, if they are good, negotiate it in your favor. Which and no opinions have called Barca for officers. The woman say Frenkie de Jong as a sunny agent. A movie called Pini Zahavi Camp. Now, Obekaya, Frankie was on contract extension. Be a chair Barca table no see. Braba, Man United for Mukakra, whether Frankie be United, Frankie, all of those stories around it. Which the main crux of the matter of Frenkie de Jong, any Pini Zahavi going to the Barca offices was to talk about Abranche friend Frenkie de Jong contractor. Nyayetini said Barca for they see Abranche friend Frenkie de Jong as a key member of the team. Which when you talk about number 6, lowest 6 at home, it is easy to mention Rodri, easy to mention Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, John Neves. Alright, Frenkie de Jong, the Jimano Barca, no? Maybe people don't take their time to watch Frankie. And Maka, I'll always go back to how Josep Guardiola and Luis Enrique described Abranche friend Sergio Busquets, who I consider the GOAT of DLPs, deep line playmakers, Fiifi Manfred, and control the tempo of the game. Because Rich, the job of a deep line playmaker is to constantly recycle. Sebono, your money kokobuko kem, ni ye winning the backer. Me nese ni yusu margin, me positioning. Now it's okay, young monko side, young control, because in that time, attacking players need pick on positions. Then we can recycle the play again. And for me, Frankie is one of the best. The thing is that
he's cool, calm,
collected. Now, sometimes I hear analysis we say, what is it? About shame, and then I remember something. I listened to Amadou Onana, Aston Villa. Yeah. On Mr. Amadou Onana, there is a podcast in the UK called the Ballers Podcast. Now, footballers never so. Mr. Amadou Onana said the best player I was against him of size of Bono. And Amadou say, oh, on him say, I'm expecting some ball attacking player be, but there be a Frenkie de Jong. No, say, Frankie, no, say, yeah. Or say, was that Frankie was some craft 10, or Timon, I know what 10. Or so, I didn't know I ever 4 out in your body finish him. No, or 10 or Bobo. Very good player. And Rich, I think that's the right thing, of course, is for Barca to keep Abranche friend Frankie and to keep him at the club And it looks as if that's what Barca for no person here. And then you mean there was also a dinner between Juan Laporte and our brand friend Pini Zahavi. All of the interest of our brand friend Frenkie de Jong for him to stay there. And see, Barca for one is show Nema. And as much as they've not gotten the players that they want to come in, they want to make sure the players stay on. Now, and no beam. We were logged in terms of who stays at Barca and who goes. And there's Christensen and Ronaldo Araujo. Ronaldo Araujo on Twitter and in Facebook and in Instagram. When the Barca for some catchphrase, Mesco and club, there's only one club, which is Football Club Barcelona. I think that Ronaldo will stay at Barca. I think that all indications, Ronaldo will stay. In my analysis, I think there's about.
So Christensen will leave?
Most likely. If Ronaldo stays, then maybe Christensen will.
But when you say no, here's our discussion.
Yeah.
A shocking messages are Barca from the buy. These were Barca supporters.
Yeah.
And almost around.
Oh, yeah.
Only one reason. Almost say, yes, he's a fine player. Mm-hmm. But where mistakes do?
Yeah. Especially, you see, and no, who's a Deco Quest interview bina on Bisa and Sebasa Beton around and so on. In that interview, he was asked, and I'm not going to say no credit. Araujo made mistakes. He alluded to it. And he went on to say, Sebasa Foninyan to was because I feel no injury ever. It is true, Rich.
Almost a Christensen.
Yeah.
A versatile.
Yeah.
Who didn't jump fish your bubble?
I don't make a chill.
Who didn't jump your bubble on your mistakes?
I told you yesterday, Rich. Hansi
Ebia only in a cloud to one side Nibi.
Rich, Hansi Flick ball no ball. Sane constant on the ball as a defender. Ne. Rich, Adia Bakwa ANSA. A you will play and see one of content crown. It is a deficiencies beer. A big and in terms of on the ball, I understand that when I say some of these things, people think that I'm stretchy. Which all the best ball playing centre backs I've seen in the last few years, Andreas Christensen is part of. Andreas Christensen, born now one year successful with Chelsea in English Premier League, a physicality no. You want to say Christensen on Casa or the English Premier League centre force, no bully no. But say you're more born. Hey, Christensen was a good player. From his days that wasn't Mönchengladbach because of Cologne or Germany for a long time before he came out to Chelsea. He can play the ball. It's Barca there. But after saying my friend Ronaldo Araujo to a Messi club, maybe it looks like he's saying, I see my friend in Football Club Barcelona. Of course, Frenkie de Jong is going to stay on. Now, which yesterday, Sport and AS Dario are reporting what I suspected would be the issue. And me, I don't like reporting totally what other people see. Me catch you, I'm not sure what I think is the issue about it. It was always going to be difficult for Barca to get Luis Diaz. Unless something changes. But this year, it doesn't look like Liverpool will sell. Luis Diaz has reported to Liverpool for pre-season. It doesn't mean say I'm on Tom. That's not the reason. Even when the season starts and the transfer window is open. Which, in TNSA, Barcelona are fully turning their attention to our brand here friend Marcus Rashford. Because that looks like a much more viable option to them than our brand here friend Luis Diaz. I don't have a problem. I think the Barcelona should not worry too much Luis Diaz and Ma.
And there's almost Liverpool.
Yeah.
Down in years likely.
Yeah.
Or be called Napoli.
Yeah.
Diogo Jota Sabi.
Yeah.
Accident is so claiming life.
Yeah.
Jaka a branch in go. So Tona, why not go anymore? And Newcastle try almost strike Isaac.
Yeah.
It's not and likely on my Tona Liverpool.
Liverpool. Yeah.
It is what some Luis Diaz qua. Any league no the woman ekwaje. To some extent
Barca for Tiasi.
Barca for Liverpool for nothing. Because for a club consistently Abeka was a look, a branch and a young tone. And our reasons are more tangible.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
I don't tell money done to Sabi.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. At least there's so many.
Down in Ezi, you know, Papa Bay, and Jedan Kui, or Napoli.
That win there.
Down in Ezi. Kobe, when you leave up for the Dinkoma, On say akwandi keshi.
That we need Rasmus cover fine. So Rasmus will back preseason.
Down in next why?
Holland.
Oh, can you next year?
Can you next that? In Holland did you grow?
Holland need ye. No.
Rasmus Holland.
Me sure so coffee plan you need to catch it there. Oh, do you say? You know, the jam do Ubisanu to say, my dear, where sure so a strike. Aquanyade. You can't go be
Madrid for Eddie Abrantes and Alvaro Carreras above come to know as a left back. I think say who's a left back position one of Madrid baby or when your problems kaka. Fela Mendy were injury issues. And in terms of performance, which Adiaba Madrid fans will agree on almost across board and they say Ode Alvaro Ode Fela Mendy baby Jinanoma, he doesn't do the job well as a left back. Like near Alejandro Balde Bayama Barcelona no. Fela Mendy doesn't give that to them. And how many Barca Kushia, na ye man for mana. If you mention Alejandro Balde, ultimately more Fela Mendy credit. So then what they are saying is that it is important that they bring in a bunch of friend Alvaro Carreras from Benfica. Rui Costa nyoma change so apem so akwaba after say Club World Cup no mu free mu no Benfica for have agreed. And Abrantes friend Alvaro Carreras is going to be the new left back for Team FN FC Real Madrid. You see, Madrid know that they need to do a lot of overhauling Kakao Maichi. Now Trent Alexander-Arnold has come. There's going to be Dani Carvajal. Ometimi Achabo. Fran Garcia was on the left at certain point in time. One Fela Mendy. You add Alvaro Carreras to it. Fran can play in centre back. There is Raul Asensio. There's Antonio Rudiger. I think that the most complementing of the Madrid centre back area, Enye Rudiger Hoytson. I think say Militao Hoytson. I think say Militao and Hoytson. But Militao time a year Club World Cup yes starts to come. I could see his pictures in Madrid training. So I thought that he was okay. But I lose as he said Militao and you're fully fit. Or maybe Xabi Alonso didn't want to race him for the Club World Cup and the plan is for the season. So Madrid Enya Militao. No Dean Hoytson me do a I think these two can be good enough. Then, of course, the backup, if they want to play in the back five, then you can do Militao, Rudiger, and Dean Hoytson. With Dean Hoytson as a CCB, then Militao and Antonio Rudiger, then you play with two wing backs. Of course, how you manage in Fiifi and then the work and the culture, it's about time. How Madrid can structure the culture. It's good that Madrid are getting him. Which, although I see the indications that Abia Rodrigo Becono. Bottom their tunnels, can any club pay? Will any club play 80 million to 100 million for?
So my question is, I'm a Real Madrid Amanako.
So boy, now they're complaining of like yesterday we talk about. I mean, now no Club World Cup in 5 games, all of them on the bench. After that, even before that, the issues of how he's revered and as seen our Barcelona or Real Madrid team as compared to Mbappe and then Vinny Jr. And also was a little bit questionable. So now. Ocean or a lot of quality or young. I mean, this player will not even up to 26 years young. I think 24, 25 or baby. Young player. And he has a lot of game time to play ahead of him. So make me a club rich. There's what you Madrid be as well. See if you can get a place where you play consistently and you win more and then also play more. Yeah.
No, but I think Rodrigo problem and yet maybe a Madrid for instance who say is big. Any problem.
What do you think is Rodrigo's problem?
If you say playing time in any problem.
Okay.
Like you said, he's young.
Yeah.
Of one national team. So what threat bench is I know lose sport.
Yeah.
And the mobile if you frequently all on a club side.
Yeah.
Disadvantage no trans no way he's young of one national team bonus on
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden Fiifi Club World Cup.
Yeah.
5 matches or so Mambubia. He'll be worried. Or Nipa. What I say? Or Nipa, I think Madrid far away how many are branded in Bekasa. Now, Jabin so and how to accommodate a branding in the setup.
After the Club World Cup exit, he should have played 2 center forwards. Any 3. It means that one of the things that Xavi will do going into the season is to play top 2, not top 3. Already,
there's only a bench.
In the last time you bought top 3 Crampone, Gonzalo Garcia, Mbappe, Nivini, he wasn't there. So how is he going to play?
What number?
We need a number.
Okay, point come here, my friend.
Say, Trafford, Anna.
Oh, it neighbor Trafford.
Only big change, more Trafford.
Remember, I big boy.
Or, Massa, or the Mamma, my big boy, and what about my big boy? Madrid for interview on the Bremo, Casimiro is your man, in Jaffem.
And then as a boy be natural,
Casimiro Bani,
you know,
Casimiro Bani Jaffem.
Brian Bono for Boom, Kofi, you know, Kunio.
I said, the other way.
As some nabo,
I signed it, say, or Fasia.
do the penina, mammy. Now, Mamma Callentin a friend.
Oh, I'm fine. It's almost
a big boy.
Players before them remember they Jaffem. Jaffem. The more Azari remember where they are. Or would you mom was our PS Which Liverpool for now retired the jersey of Diego Jota.
Fantastic.
Number 20. Yeah. And I know Pena Mitia Simi. Who say Liverpool win with 20th title last season. And coincidentally Diego Jota won number 20. And they've retired it. They retired it for him and
Babranto in as a yow Diego Jota. And say naturally United Nibia non Liverpool.
Yeah.
But that boy Diego Jota said that be a government catcher.
Yeah.
Or yes, our strikers now on assuming for Nibia.
Yeah.
Baby obefi and on him go shy. Me kai sabre na me home family me wofi na madakra me sorry me family phone. Na mu say news no. I was like, wow. Diogo Jota. Onyame mfa ne crancy ya hwe such a
as a United fan na muko kushia na mo worried na.
Oh yeah. Oye one strike am so no papa. On say oye strikers na. Least chance obese.
Yeah.
Chance ahun so ense na nya chance no.
Yeah.
Obese ne simple. Ball no nimbo.
Yeah.
Emi sa brante no. When to me I'm more ball and
na muko kushia na. He was one of the players and United fans that thought they'd be more worried about.
Yen no be mfa. Kofi.
When ne?
Me malam bi o yen no branch is
We come you. What you there and what
Sman to me swan cement stop. Aranti bobo bono.
Most of the day
cement. Thank you munyedu. Anka branch.
Like a more opium PRX.
Branch story.
Me show video be on your Facebook. Me show say OT on radio so you will not see the video into back Facebook a bit trouble. Rich. On say Liverpool for ne say omo de Diogo ni 2 years contract na kana. Omo de be man the money here. And they'll put part in an education fund for Diogo man.
That's fine.
Now I'm thinking say the family no call Liverpool on any training grounds. One probably to go and say thank you to the squad and so many on Babe Ebijo Mobane Quine. And then 2 to also go to the formalities of playing. There is a video on Facebook Rich. Now Diogo Mame, Virgil van Dijk Eden Insa Atunikum. Now console Mame Rich.
Yeah.
Umami. Yeah.
Umina young.
Virgil den Insa Atunikum no console.
Diogo Jota say u projecting here. Baby ananka branch ni.
Hey, just 2029.
Na. Yeah.
Or the Virgil den Insa Atunikum na or console Mame say Mame ni nyaisu. Rich. It was a hard time. And then that's exactly what happened with Abantia, your friend Diogo Jota. Now strikers insane saying what's going on the market. Now quickly and concur come with any games now on. Say Chelsea for say you almost see Nicolas Jackson here 100 million because of Uwe Kitike. Almost call Frankfurt for say Kitike 80 million. No say Kitike 12 Frankfurt 80 million and Jackson 100. Mo fane.
Why?
Nico. Okay, Nico ne Rasmus Hojlund.
Hojlund.
Oh boy.
Me say. What do you say United management in him? No more player bia from Chelsea.
Benjamin Chilwell you don't okay count. Say 25 million.
Kofi minimum come me deal. We don't need any Chelsea player. Emfanya Nicolas Jackson is 100 million. He says, I don't know market no.
Yeah, Nicolas Jackson 100 million. Now Nicolas Jackson.
Nicolas Jackson. Me on the price tag pa.
The price tag is saying
10 million.
Who go to Rasmus Holland 70 million fee at Atlanta by? Yeah, Tony Kroos that's 100 million.
Now we don't know how Atlanta.
Now you can ask who why Chelsea. What the conference league? A qualifier or book club World Cup final. Who players or buy a you create movie.
Conference league.
I will play on today.
What the back room? A coast league and I'm a coast league. Yeah, and Jeffy. But I chance about the coast.
I don't care. I didn't want you
to coast league now.
I don't care. I read your book.
Maybe I see you if I can Omunya a for a TV right go bunya
bi. I don't care with the Akayano
league
and two and
conference
and 2 go be. I don't care.
As a man, I don't
care. All the now the response for land. I say Minnesota be say ah no akwaji atu we chose Kofi. Na mo Jackson yo ya dio.
Over 100 million de Kofi Adey.
Say I won't turn no.
Transfer also there be asem we me count.
The thing with Chelsea.
Me count so and I said to me no na dey na dey.
Some of the
on na Chelsea case what.
Some of the clubs.
It's wrong.
Obo be say on ton. Jackson Chelsea 100 million on ton.
Ekitike mo say 80 million.
Now who want to Rasmus Holland 70 million rich. Otto Rasmus Holland 70 million one cash you. Brian Mbeumo mo the first bid second bid mo ya 65 million. Brian Mbeumo 65 million.
That's what we do. Maybe oh shall our club no on Brentford.
Now Brian Mbeumo ni bona Jackson ni mbo.
Kofi. Me kan say ma kan fa Jackson en chile food na.
Because when you America Jackson be
America. Say Jackson on your Chelsea product.
Me Jackson Chelsea product.
Chelsea bonus on team mbo. E to mu nja na man nko.
E no creve kada. Macau has several times account Twitter account Facebook say Chelsea told Nicolas Jackson no Madrid they are making a mistake together. Mark. To me my stance are clear. It's when you remember transfer your chill.
Agofi. Anya na transfer market you must say no. Wait.
Voilà.
Mambi say. Mami bi eton sa we yo. Da na fe no.
Uni aso betra.
Ye fe no dada no a.
Dada.
Unuma se je.
Yeah.
O si test dada no a.
Sense sa.
Ensisa.
But uni aso betra Galatasaray.
O si me na sem de me se me ka bibiri.
Ungabi.
Because men pan why Turkey?
But that's where they are willing to give me the money. Now, only me see Richardo.
If you say Osimhen sika na open. Turkish clubs in bet media man. Like the demands no they can meet.
Na say go for man more rich.
And na me ba no.
Yeah, rich, but I'm telling you that.
In teams omo Saudi Arabia. Omo man more than the other
thing. So he institute to was. Makacho say the conversation with Osimhen is straightforward. Saudi Arabia no or say more until one man is a car. Sebe.
Hey crazy.
Hey crazy money. And to the extent of 30 million plus annually, or so it means that he wants to stay in Europe. Europe, what is the Chelsea the offer how come with Osimhen? What's the pain? What this is the Chelsea the offer come with Osimhen? No. What's the United the offer come with Osimhen? Ask now what's the offer come with Osimhen?
Because mainstream Europe no mun tosa
to boss. I didn't know munto.
Omu fi sa brand in boarding.
I didn't know Osimhen boarding but to better brand in Mbeumo 65 million. Osimhen 70 million. How will you buy brand in Mbeumo 65 million? You don't buy Osimhen 65 million. That is how I keep on telling you. Say.
No, but Kofi, me to a point, I say, but what shall Brandon is interest? Maybe you're on your interest and or joining Manchester United.
Oh, you will be interested. Why would Osimhen?
And Kofi, we are sure, Pastor, maybe. We are sure, say. So Osimhen, I ready. So about Manchester United. You better 60 players are caught in Mbeumo. Near Osimhen. I don't know you're 2070.
Rich, now player or no.
Can you say deal with that?
No, I'm not anymore. I'm not even. Moto the chase. Would you go to Taraba Lesiaba? The name of Viva. Moto Anthony 80 million.
Yeah, my friend Carlington.
So I'm your father.
Now, me and Casper doing Combobi. No, I says, I ran to in this or Manchester Nidia. And then Shoni in Mbeumo Nyongofano. I
think that ABR Osimhen attitude by the time I know offering Napoli or Napoli staff coin and how Aurelio De Laurentiis is a tough negotiator. No? Maybe the reason why in TR clubs can be the reason. Patrick, never one in your bogey DBR. Galatasaray Afonso Muchias. Make us time is 70 million, almost Muchian in 5 installments. Because every year you're into 70 million, 5. It's every year behind the year they say a 15 crampo and I say 12 they will pay that because 12 is 60. So let's say somewhere around 14 something. Or maybe every year be 14 million for 5 years and some of to Simena or really say massa. This is what you have from there for 10 years.
Every so ni wages, you know, and they're scared. Especially clubs from Europe, you know.
But I'm saying that the wage that is outrageous was doggy or Saudi Arabia. And I'll say move for wage emna. So on the 420 Saudi Arabia there. Also pay the same amount that you in Napoli.
Osimhen. Ebia one cost Saudi because if you say look Saudi no I want to say who go
but me say Osimhen has been clear that he wants the same amount that he was taking at Napoli. 12 million euros. That is what Nico Williams money. That is what small boys need.
Jana mo manko fa no.
Chelsea say you dey waste structure the 12 million abro team ono. Benjamin Chiwo on stadium no.
Any game no.
Over 12 million euros ye papa mo hono nti Arsenal for say nyom no ni Madueke Mohamed Kudus e Tottenham Hotspur.
And Kudus dey kakra bi on.
Yeah.
And for do to me because I mean say o can.
Oh, a perfect move. No say me catch you.
Is it okay?
A perfect move. As a Ghanaian
Tottenham no I'm going guarantee the trophies.
Thomas Frank is a good manager, so
I don't think so, Kofi.
Which last season Tottenham won the Europa League.
Yes.
And against a team.
Against Tima. Well, for some reason, Timmy Enyade. Against Tima Enyade.
Against Tima, oh, history, what the trophies, you know.
Yeah.
But what if we said, so maybe there's a new era at Chelsea, at Tottenham Hotspur. I think that's a good move for him. I like the fact that from day one, the agency were clear, said they want Tottenham Hotspur. And then they went and they pursued Tottenham Hotspur. We wish him the best.
Sure.
As a Chelsea fan, I would love saying about Chelsea. Which many time and Kasim, but him say Chelsea and make 112 million in sales. Nobody's talking about this. Obiaba Babies say Chelsea here in yes Kakoto players. Chelsea are turned Noni Madueke 52. Or turn Jogi Petrovic 25. Or turn Joao Felix 25. Or turn Ishi Smell Samuel 6 million. Waton Marcus Bettinelli Echo Manchester City 112 million. Chelsea are making sales already. Season you know baby. Now you big game in Hong Kong. Oh sound bites be more bomber me. Enzo Maresca say.